Good morning. It's Monday and I'm Nancy Joy. Today's quote came from a book called The Shack by William Young, and it's pretty popular right now. And I was drawn to it. It has you might say a Christian-y overtone, but it's so much more than that. It goes so deeply into that the energy of Creator lives inside of you. And it's a kind of difficult story to read because it's the story of a man who takes his 4 children on a camping trip while his wife takes a class one weekend. And the littlest girl, a 4-year-old daughter, is kidnapped from the campsite and murdered and found in a shack in the woods. And of course, I need to say no more. And couple years later, the man, Mac, is guided back to this shack to face himself, I suppose. But what he finds is himself as expressions of God and Jesus and Mother Mary, so to speak. Whatever you want to call your Trinity. And the way that this author has described and is able to show everyone what's more deeply in there beyond our institutions, beyond politics, beyond religion, beyond economy. Those are things man created, but they're not the things of man, God's self. And this quote that I used in this particular video I'm doing, where he says, you know, when something happens to you when you're young, when you're little, you don't know what to do with it, and you hide it away. And then as you grow, those things happen to you, keep putting them back with that little boy in the cave, hidden away. We call this in the work we do the inner child. But then he says to Mac, well, you treasure you collect the things that have the most value to you. So in other words, those experiences in life that Mac chose, and the most difficult one, losing a child, were something he very much created to find God inside himself. So Ezekiel often says it's the dark that pushes the light back into you. So it's really a great quote, and this Monday morning I invite all of you to take a look inside yourself at where you have buried in your cave, and that little child, boy or girl, who's in that cave holding on to all of that for you is there to help you find your way home again to the Creator God that you are. So put that on this Monday morning and see where it takes you. And if you're guided to get the book The Shack, I recommend it. It can be tough reading, but it is so expanding. Enjoy your week, and I'll be back next week.